Good morning, future fellow weirdo of the fuck. How are you? Did you take your medicine? All right. I trust you took your medicine. Or if not, start getting your shit ready to take your medicine. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, so these motherfuckers changed the day of Passover. They didn't have to, but they did. You know, they knew how long they had left to build a church, right? They knew how long was left. But instead, they got together and decided that they could just push Passover back. It didn't fucking matter. So, as of right now, it don't fucking matter. Except for to me, because I'm offended. Because who the fuck do these people think they are? Anyway, that's where we left off and where we are picking up. I am Nikki K the Great, and this is the Party Pen. Wait, hold on. Welcome. Leave your shoes on. Stop right in there and grab you some Keep Other People Alive juice. And if you need to, right there is the protein powder. And back there is the blender. So if you need those things, they're right there. And then come this way. I rolled you a cigarette and a joint. So just come in and get comfy because we are about to smoke it, drink it, read it. Have a good time. All right, chapter 31. Okay. Now, when all this was finished, all of Israel went. Okay, so for some reason, the vampires go through the territory of the werewolves and destroy all their shit for some fucking reason. But keep in mind, Israel was bad as well. Why didn't they destroy their own shit? They go into Judah and destroy Judah's shit. And is that because God loved Judah more than Israel? I don't know, because God is always like, I put my name here, my church is here. Right? Isn't that what it is? His church is in Judah. And it also called David king of Israel. And I'm pretty sure David was king of Judah because Judah loved him more. Or him and Solomon were king of both. They didn't exactly split up until the son of Solomon. Because he was like, fuck you guys. And Judah was like, bitch you wish. And then remember they went to Jeroboam. And Israel stayed with Rehoboam. But now Hezekiah is king of Judah. And Israel's going through and fucking up Judah's shit. But whatever. Everybody had everybody was okay with it. And then Hezekiah is like, people don't have anything. So all you vampires and werewolves bring stuff for us to sacrifice, right? So they started trying to outdo each other. Like, I love God more. And the next guy was like, bitch, you wish. And then the third guy's like, my pimp hand's strong. And then eventually, somebody ended up giving up all of their shit to God. And now there's way too much stuff. And Israel brought all like the corn, the wine, and stuff like that. And Judah, like Arby's, has the meats. So Judah brought all the meat. Well, like the lambs and rams and all that kind of shit. So all of them brought that. And then the priests were like, this is too much. And then Hezekiah was like, what's up? And they're like, we don't know what to do with it. The people won't stop. And then Hezekiah's like, okay, build houses for this shit. So they were building houses for this shit. And then Hezekiah set up porters and priests to do shit like David did. He's like, you guys do this and you guys do this. It was a whole thing. And then okay, you do this, you do this. Okay. And the sons of Aaron were in the fields of the suburbs of their cities. It was every couple, right? Every several. So 3 are up. They ended up giving the priests that were doing the God thing, right? They ended up doing sacrifices for the Levites, the sons of Aaron, and anybody who was ever related to a Levite. They do a sacrifice for them also. Thus, Hezekiah did throughout all Judah, and wrought that which was good and right in the sight of the Lord. And every work that he began in the service of the house of God's house, and the law and the commandments to seek God, he did it with all his heart, and he prospered. So Hezekiah set God's house in order for him. He was a good butler. And then God was like, oh, this looks great. You do good job. Fuck yeah. Look, #1 hype man. Yes. Yes. #1 hype man. Capital G. That's so awesome. Anyway, we are going to pause right here. We're going to check on our cats. We're going to put this away. This is the boy's t-shirt, and he has not come in here and got it. I want to throw it away because I've been like, come and get this. But he won't. So I'm probably going to throw it away. Could you imagine if I did that? Oh my God. Dustin would be so mad at me. Like, we're going to have a hard time finding them clothes. No, I'm just going to go throw it on his bed. Like, whatever. Handle it, little dude. I have such a terrible mom and a terrible wife. No wonder I get divorced. Okay. Anyway, we're going to pause right here. We are going to go do some shit. we are going to repack the bowl, smoke a cigarette, check on our cats, go pee, and we will be right back. Okay. Chapter 32. Okay. This one's kind of long, and I'm not going to talk so much. All right. Chapter 32. And these things and the establishment, Sennacherib, king of Israel, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came and entered into Judah and encamped against the fenced cities and throughout to win for himself. And when Hezekiah saw Sennacherib, that and when Hezekiah saw Sennacherib was there, and that he wanted to fight, he wanted to come get some. Number one hype man. He took counsel with his princes and his mighty men of Elur to stop the waters from the fountains which were without the city. And they did help him. He was like, listen, make the water there stop. I don't even give a fuck. Just, it can't be there no more. Whatever you gotta do. Listen. So, there was gathered much people together who stopped all the mountains and the brook that ran through the midst of the land, saying, why should the kings of Assyria come and find much water? Also, he strengthened himself and built up all the wall that was broken and raised it up to the towers and another wall without and repaired Milo in the city of David, which is formerly Zion. You can just go there. And he made darts with shields in abundance. And he set captains of war over the people and gathered them together to him. The street of the gate of the city, and spoke comfortably with them, saying, DTA, motherfuckers, DTA. Be strong and courageous. Be not afraid nor dismayed, for the king of Assyria, nor the multitude that is with him, for there is more with us than with him. And with him is an arm of flesh, but with us is the number one hype man. He is the Ric Flair of the heavens. He says, fuck this guy. So we put on our robes and say, fuck that guy. Woo. Right? Fuck yeah. Okay. So. Okay. And gather them. Okay. With him. Okay. So, number one hype man is here to be number one hype man and go to battle for us. So, the people rested themselves upon the words of Hezekiah, king of Judah. But Israel is also listening to him. So, is he the king of both of them at this point? Do we need to put him in the middle where he's king of both? I don't know. Okay. Wait. After this, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, sent his. Okay, so Sennacherib found himself busy doing stuff in Lachish. And so he sent some dudes to Hezekiah. Okay. Um, oh, he said it. Okay. So they were yelling over the wall, so everybody heard them. And they said, "Thus said Sennacherib, king of Assyria, who do you trust that you're like, you don't give a shit about us? Does not Hezekiah persuade you to give yourselves to famine and to die by thirst? The Lord God shall deliver us out of the hand of king of Assyria." And then Hezekiah is telling you to do the same. And he's taken away his high places. This is the part, remember? A little while ago, I said God wants to get rid of the high places, but he has a high place. So, what high places is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like he has his own. And I said that and rewind it a long time ago. Okay. Okay. So Hezekiah took away the high places and the altars and commanded Judah and Jerusalem, saying, "You," hold on, "has not the same Hezekiah taken away his high places and his altars and commanded Judah and Jerusalem, saying, You shall worship before one altar and burn one cent and burn incense upon it. Now you know not what I and my fathers have done to all the people of other lands. Were the gods of those nations, those hands, in any way able to deliver their hands out of us? That their gods couldn't even do it. What makes you think your God can? He took away all the places, but you know, he's got one. Now, therefore, don't let Hezekiah deceive you, nor persuade you in this manner, and do not believe him. For no God of any nation or any kingdom was able to deliver his people out of my hand and out of the hand of my fathers. How much less shall your God deliver you from my hand? And his servants spake yet more against God and against Hezekiah. This is some shit. He wrote also letters to rail on God and to speak against him, saying, As the gods of the nations of other lands have not delivered their people out of mine, so shall not the God of Hezekiah deliver his people from me either. Then they cried with a loud voice in the Jews' speech. Okay. There you go. There you go. Then they cried with a loud voice. In the Jew speech, were they talking Yiddish? What the fuck? Okay. Unto the people of Jerusalem that were on the wall to affright them and to trouble them that they might take the city. And they spoke against the God of Jerusalem as against the gods of the people of earth, which were the work of the hands of man. And for this cause Hezekiah the king and the prophet Isaiah prayed and cried to heaven, and the Lord sent an angel. God send me an angel. Do you remember that song? That was that Girls Only song. I think it was about, uh, I don't remember, but it's a good song. It's really sad. But anyway, the Lord sent an angel which cut off all the mighty men of Valor and the leaders and the captains in the camps of the king of Assyria. So he returned with egg on his face, eating crow. And when he came to the house of his God, they that came forth of his own bowels slew him. Okay. So is this the king returning back home? I don't know if this is the king returning back home or if it's the dude that was steady talking shit. Because Sennacherib wrote letters. Somebody died. Okay. Thus, the Lord saved Hezekiah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem from the hand of Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, and from the hand of all other, and guided them on every side. And many brought gifts to the Lord to Jerusalem, and presents to Hezekiah, king of Judah, so that he was magnified in the sight of all the nations. Therefore, in those days, Hezekiah was sick to death and prayed to the Lord and spoke to him, and he gave him a sign. But in Hezekiah rendered not again according to the benefit done to him, for his heart was lifted up. Therefore, there was wrath upon him, upon Judah and Jerusalem, which I think are the same place, but okay. Notwithstanding, Hezekiah humbled himself for the pride of his heart, both he and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so that the wrath of the Lord did not come upon them in the days of Hezekiah. And Hezekiah had exceeding much riches and honor, and he made himself treasuries for silver, for gold, for precious stones, for spices, shields, and all manner of pleasant jewels. Storehouses also for the increase of corn, wine, oil, and stalls for every kind of animal. Moreover, he provided them cities and possessions of flocks and herds in abundance. For God had given him God had given him much substance. This same Hezekiah also stopped the upper water course of Gihon and brought it straight down to the west side of the city of David. And Hezekiah prospered in all his works. Howbeit, wait, howbeit, in the business of the ambassador of the princes of Babylon, who sent to him to inquire of the wonder that was done in the land, God had left him to try him, that he might show all that was in his heart. This stupid motherfucker. Okay, listen. Now, the rest of Hezekiah and his goodness, they are written in the vision of Isaiah and in the book of the kings of Judah. And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the chiefest of the sepulchres of the sons of David. Okay, so they buried him in Zion. And the inhabitants of Judah did him honor at his death, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. And we're going to end right there. We did a good job. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe because we have good time. We do this every morning. So come along and enjoy this fucking story with me. Because what happens next is absolutely insane. I kind of remember this story. Well, we just read it not too long ago. So I kind of do remember this story. So come back tomorrow to hear the rest of it. Yeah. And then don't forget, keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Learn word magic. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Be good or good at it. I love you. Bye.